How to apply for Schengen visa. I have gotten at least 2 Schengen visas since I came to the UK. So let me give you everything you need to know about applying for a Schengen visa and how to get accepted and not get denied. Let's go. So the first thing you need to do is to determine the type of Schengen visa that you need. Is it a tourism visa? Is it a short stay visa? Or is it a long stay visa? All these factors will determine the kind of Schengen application that you're going to make. However, the process for tourism and business it's almost the same thing. So the first thing you need to do before you apply for your Schengen visa is knowing the country that you want to go to and the place you are going to spend the long time, or the place that you are going to enter first. So where do you apply for your Schengen visa? The rule is simply that you apply at the embassy that you're going of the country that you're going to spend the most days. So if you're going to spend more days in France and you want to visit France and Germany, then you need to apply for France visa. If you are going to stay in France and Germany for four days each, like you're going to spend the same number of days there, then you need to apply at the embassy that you are going to land first. So if you're spending 4 days in France and you're spending 4 days in Germany, are you landing in Germany first or France first? If it's Germany first, then you need to apply to France embassy. But if it's France first, then you need to apply to France. So knowing the number of days you're going to stay and knowing how many days you're going to stay in each of them will determine the place you are going to submit your Schengen visa. And of course, if you're visiting just one country, of course, it's the embassy of that just one country that you're going to submit your Schengen visa. Another thing you need to do to get your Schengen visa is to fill the required form and gather your documents. So it depends on the country they are going to go to. If it's Spain, they have like visa offices. They are third-party partners that process the visa. So you need to gather all the documents that you need for your visa and go to that place. And if it's for say Greece, you also need to fill the documents and gather your application documents. Mostly it is similar. So how do you get all these places? By just typing on Google. If it's France, if you say France Schengen visa, the link will pop out. If you say Spain Schengen visa, their third party link will pop out. If you say Greece Schengen visa, the link will come out. So you need to go register the website, fill the application form, and gather all your required documents. And most of the documents that you need for a Schengen visa are these. I'm going to read it out to you. You need a complete application form, which is the form that I'm talking about now. It's always on their website where you can go and fill that up. You either fill online, some will ask you to print it after filling it. The instructions are always clear. So complete application form. You need a passport and it must be valid for at least 3 months. Beyond your planned departure date. So if you stay in the country before you leave, your passport should at least be valid for 3 months. So if it's not valid, they will refuse your visa. You need recent passport size photographs. So you need to take a photo. I had to take a photo. So they usually need 1 or 2, depends on the embassy. So you need to have a passport photograph. Another thing is you need a travel itinerary. So you need to know when and where you want to go at a particular time, which is like the most frustrating thing about getting a Schengen visa. You need to plan ahead and say, oh, I'm going to stay in this country for 3 days and I'm going to go by so time and I'm going to come by so time, because you need to plan your travel and have flights tickets. So you need to book flights, and we all know that flights are not quickly refundable like that. So once you cancel, so you need to book your flight, and also they need detailed travel itinerary. You also need accommodation. Aside flights, you need to book accommodation. You can use all this booking.com, Expedia. You can use them to book your accommodation. You can book an accommodation that is cancelable, that you can cancel after. Say you don't like the accommodation again, you can cancel it. If your visa is denied, don't worry, it will be denied. You can cancel. So you can book all of that, but I'm mentioning it here because it is also acceptable. I've used it before, a cancelable accommodation, and it was accepted. So no issue with that. Aside travel itinerary, another thing that you need for your Schengen visa is travel insurance. If you don't have a travel insurance, you're going to get denied. It's a compulsory thing that you have to do, and you have to book a travel insurance that is up to 30,000 euros. It doesn't mean you are going to spend 30,000 euros. No, 30,000 euros in a year. But it means that if you're staying for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, they are going to calculate it based on the number of days that you are going to stay. So if you are staying 10 days, they can say your health insurance is maybe 30 pounds or 29 pounds. If you're staying longer, like 2 weeks, it could be 60 pounds. So it depends on the number of days that you're going to stay, that they are going to calculate it for you. But trust me, it's not too expensive. It's like 30 pounds or so that I booked for a 5 day stay. So you need to get a health insurance. It's easy to get. I can put link in the description. It's easy to get a health insurance. You just need to go online. And most of the consulates have their own third-party partner that you can book from. You immediately put your name and all, and it's issued to you in few minutes, very few minutes. So yeah, you can book it at any time, and you need a travel insurance to get a Schengen visa. Another thing that you need for Schengen visa is proof that you have money. Basically, yes, proof of financial capability. You need to show that you have money in your bank account that can handle the travel. So you need bank statements for the last 3 months. You need pay slip for the last 3 months. And another thing that you need, a sponsor letter. If you have a sponsor, if you have somebody that is going to sponsor you, then you need a sponsor letter. If you don't need a sponsor letter. You just need to show your bank statement and your pay slips that you can afford your travel and that you are able to afford your travel. I think you need to have up to, is it 90 euros a day or 100 euros a day? Either 90 euros a day. I'm going to put it on the screen once I confirm. 90 euros a day for you to be accepted. If you have a credit card, you can use it as well. Yeah, that's one question I asked myself. I didn't see anybody to answer me. But yes, I used a credit card and it was accepted. And I backed it up with my normal debit card statement. I didn't have enough money there, but I had like enough credit. So I was able to use my credit card to show proof that I have financial means. And I ticked in their form that the way I want to fund my travel is by credit card. So you can use your credit card as well. So if you have somebody inviting you, they can give you an invitation letter. If you don't have anybody inviting you and it's just for tourism, you don't need invitation letter. So the next thing you have to do once you gather all these documents is that you need to book interview. So if you are going to Spain, on their website you'll be able to book interview. And for Spain, it is the first of every month that they release new appointments. So you need to stay awake and quickly book the appointment before you get it. I can make another video to talk more about appointment booking because it's another ball game. For Greece, you can email their embassy to tell them that you're traveling, you booked your flights and stuff, and they're going to give you like the appointment that you need. So I'll make another video to talk about how to quickly get a Schengen visa appointment. Let's move on. After you book an appointment for interview, print all the documents, the flights, the accommodation, the field application form, your payslip, your bank statement. Print everything out and take it to your interview, to the consulate office or the third party office where you are asked to. The address will be given to you. You just need to pack everything, print it out and take it there for your interview and your biometric capturing. And then by the time you get there, they'll ask you to pay their application fee. So you need to pay that and you will capture your fingerprints and everything, and it should be okay. And all this that we are saying, you need to submit before 15 days to your travel. You need to submit because Schengen visa typically takes up to 15 days for them to process. So you need to give at least 15 days upfront, but not earlier than 6 months for you to submit your application so you can get accepted. So I think if you're planning to travel in the summer, if you plan to travel in June, by January you can submit your application. If you plan to travel in September, I think around March, you can submit your application. So it depends, up to 6 months, but not less than 15 days. So you need to take note of this so that they will not reject you and tell you to go back, so that they will refuse. They can even refuse to take your application if it's less than 15 days. So don't do that. Ensure you submit your application. You go there, capture and everything before 15 days to your travel. If everything you arrange is correct, you will get accepted. I think they hardly deny Schengen visa, especially if you're in the UK, except you don't have like the right money in your bank account, or you don't have like the health insurance, or you did not book your flight. They hardly deny Schengen visa in the UK. If you're in Nigeria, Ghana, any other African country, I think if you have the right documents as well, if you have an employer that writes like application letter for you, signed, that they don't have anything against your travel, you have the right bank statement and all, I think they should be able to accept your Schengen visa. So waiting time 15 days and they are going to accept your visa. Once your visa comes, you want to check the sticker, the visa sticker, and see if your name is correct, if your travel dates are correct, and if the entry and exit dates are correct. These are things you want to check to see if it needs correction, because if you're going to travel on 6th and they mistakenly write 7th or 8th, you won't be able to enter that country until it's 8th. So you want to check that your names and everything are correctly spelled out, and the information you give them about your itinerary, when you want to enter and when you want to leave, it reflects on that visa sticker. Okay. Yeah, so that's everything you need to know about Schengen visa. Kind of straightforward. You just need to have the right documents. They have a checklist that you have to have all those documents. So get all those documents, the one you need from your employer, your employment letter. If you're a student, the one you need from the university, the bank statement, the credit card statement if you do have it, like the health insurance, the flights, the accommodation, your passports not being more than 3 months to expiry before you leave the Schengen area. Everything, if you have it, honestly, Schengen visa is very, very easy to get. So yeah, I hope that this video was helpful, and go apply for that Schengen visa. Take care. Bye.